Oh, excuse me. Hello, welcome back to my car. Coming to you live from, well, I guess technically it's not live by the time you watch this. I am sitting in the back of a Home Goods parking lot, and we're gonna have a little mukbang chat with me. Basically, okay, it is March again. I thought that I would take myself on a little 1-year anniversary date. I am not celebrating the fact that we all have been in quarantine for a year, but I'm celebrating the fact that you and me right here, we're still here. Thank goodness we are still here. So I wanted to take myself out on a little date, and I wanted to reflect a little bit on how I've changed, because there's a lot that's been happening this past year, and some of it you will be seeing very soon. So I went and picked up a matcha. I don't think I've debuted this yet. I bought a car tray. So this is a tray that fits onto your steering wheel. I mean, the reason I bought it was so that I could eat, because I eat in my car a lot, by myself. I kind of want to show you. I just think it's so funny. It hooks onto my steering wheel, just like that. If I wanted to type on my laptop, I could. But today, we're gonna be eating. Oh, there's a security guard. Oh, girl, I'm just trying to eat my In-N-Out. I should have got fries. Actually, no, I freaking hate their fries. Sorry, In-N-Out. Actually, I'm not sorry. Anyway, as I was being given this burger, they kind of had a little bit of a hold up, because 2 cars ahead of me, they ordered like hella food, and so the line was starting to build up because of it. As the girl at the window was handing my food, it was like I was pulling up to the window. My food was already hanging out the window. She was like, "Hi, how are you? Have a good day." And I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, I thought that was a little funny story that I could tell. My order, in case you are curious for whatever reason, is a double meat, no tomato, no onions, but add pickles. Sometimes I get chopped chilies, sometimes I don't. Really depending on my mood. And I don't get fries, and I don't get a drink, because I just don't. Okay, so in true mukbang fashion, I will try to eat this and talk, although I hate doing that. Okay, this is weird for me. One of the first things that I realized that I immediately changed. I also have a canker sore on this side of my mouth, so I'm gonna really try and chew on just this side. One of the first things that I immediately changed, I stopped wearing makeup. I've always been pretty low maintenance when it came to my hair and my makeup, and I put a lot more effort towards like my outfits, because if someone tells me that like my makeup looks good or my hair looks good, like yes, of course, awesome compliment, thank you. But if someone tells me my outfit looks good, then I'm feeling myself the whole day. I was unemployed for a little bit, and so I stopped wearing makeup, because like what's the point? Then when I went back to work, I did like tinted moisturizer, concealer, eyeliner, mascara, and eyebrows. Very quickly after I was starting to work, I was like, yeah, this isn't worth it. Like, while I have this mask on, I was like, okay, I'm not wearing face makeup anymore while I'm working with a mask, while I'm also sweating, and you know, it's not the biz. So that was like the first thing that I immediately stopped. I'm sure when we're more out of this situation and I start going places again, like I'm sure I will do my eye makeup again, but for now, I've really been enjoying not needing to do it. Has saved me some money, has saved me some time. Yeah, and it's been great for my skin also. It's really started to step up my skincare game. I found a dermatologist that I really liked. You guys might have heard of him. His name's Hiram. Dermatologists hate him. I don't break out nearly as much as I did before. I break out, maybe like I'll have one breakout when I'm like gonna have my period, and that's pretty much it. And they're pretty small breakouts now. Other than that, my scarring has really calmed down. I mean, I'm not like 24/7 with it, but I have noticed a difference, which is really cool. And I'm really proud of that. There's so many people in this parking lot. Oh my God, can you see them? They have a golf cart. They're just regular people. Why do they have a golf cart? I'm in like an older community right now, so I don't know, old people be crazy. Oh my God. This bird started flying directly at my window. And my window's open right now, so I literally thought it was gonna come flying through and hack me or something, and then it immediately darted up and over, and then now it's in this tree, but it's kind of giving me a funny look. You saw me. I choked a little bit. And I'm scared that he wants to attack me for my In-N-Out. I don't like the way he's looking at me. Okay, well, moving on, I guess. I finally started giving yoga a chance. I've always been a big fan, but I never like really tried it out for myself because I always thought you had to like get in a big group, and because I was inexperienced and I was like, I don't want to fail in front of other people. So I like never really gave it that much of a chance until quarantine, when I was looking to fill up my time with activities. So I really leaned into it this past year. I'm a big fan of stretching. I've always been flexible, and I'd always been told like you would do really well at yoga. For me, yoga is easy on the flexibility part, but it's harder on the strength part because I'm not strong at all, especially now. I fell off the whole gym wagon because gyms are closed. I mean, I think they're open. I mean, they're definitely open now, but I ain't going in right now. Yeah, I'm not super consistent with yoga, but I do really enjoy it, and I can tell now when my body needs to be like stretched out. Like I feel definitely more in tune with my body. Amazing that I feel more in touch with my body that way. I love that part of the yoga too. It also helps me sleep better, for sure. I drink more matcha than I drink coffee now, which I feel like it's helped me level out a little bit more. I used to definitely like ride the high of always being like on the fritz type of caffeinated, but I feel like so much of this past year things have really slowed down. Matcha is also just really good for you, like in general. I've leaned into matcha so much, people started giving me matcha as gifts. Like, so cute. For my birthday, a couple of friends gave me matcha. Oh my god, how cute. Love that for me. Okay, honestly, I'm not into this whole talking while I'm eating thing. Even though I may look pretty comfortable with it, I'm not, because I'm really hungry and I really want to finish this, so I'm just gonna finish this real quick. That was good. Honestly, don't know why I got this big of a matcha. This is 24 ounces and it's only the medium. I'm never allowed to order this big of a matcha again. Continuing on, I have definitely gotten better at taking care of myself this past year, which I really hope is the case for a lot of people, for the majority of people at least. I know it can't be everyone, but I hope it's at least the majority of people that have been experiencing this, which is everyone. Although I do think about like those small communities or like tribes in very, very remote areas, like in Fiji. Like there are like little tribes that are just so far out into the wilderness. Like I wonder what their experience is. Like I wonder if they even know what's been going on with the rest of the world, you know what I mean? Because they're so much further removed from the core of like populations and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's been a thing that I've thought about. But I've gotten better at taking care of myself, which is great. What has helped is definitely been following like people on Instagram that are like often give affirmations. So like We the Urban, amazing. I found them like really early on into quarantine, and I'm so happy that I did, and I'm so happy that they grew so much in this past season of life, because amazing account, just constantly affirming that we have feelings, even if people like me repress them. I take my sleep pretty seriously now. I mean, that definitely mostly stems from the fact that I worked every single day for 6 months between 2 jobs and didn't have a day off to myself. But I literally did it to myself, and I literally exhausted myself out. But that period of my quarantine definitely taught me to value my sleep a lot more, and to really put myself on a sleep schedule that makes sense for my life. That period of my life was definitely unhealthy. I don't recommend that for anyone. And I know it's kind of, you take that with a grain of salt, because I literally did it to myself and I didn't take my own advice for a very long time. But all that to say, I value my sleep so much. After that period when I was literally exhausting myself, I was already going through depression. And then I went through like an even deeper season of depression towards the end of it, and that really was a period where I finally admitted things to myself about myself, which has been very healing, honestly. It's been very healing for me. Once you bring awareness to something, it really changes so much. For better sleep, like I was just talking about, I started taking like meditations more seriously. As a kid, I found a tape that was like sleep meditations. I don't know whose it was. So I remember remember like as a kid, I would listen to the sleep meditation and it really did help me fall asleep faster. I stopped doing it for a few years, probably because I went off to college and I had roommates. I don't know, I felt weird about it. One time I put it on because Taylor and I were having a sleepover and she couldn't sleep, so I put on a sleep meditation and she told me, yeah, honestly, I couldn't stop laughing, but I was trying not to laugh because I know that you enjoy them. So yeah, sleep meditations, kind of a weird thing to do with someone else, but if you're doing them by yourself, oh my gosh, they're amazing. I'm a big fan. Big fan. It just helps a lot with quieting my mind down at night because it's someone else's voice that you're focusing on instead of the voice in your own head. If you have trouble sleeping at night, definitely try meditations, and also definitely try to do like a little bit of yoga before you go to bed. I knock out. Another way that I take care of myself is I have really disciplined myself into not looking at my phone an hour before I go to bed and an hour after I wake up. Something that's helped me do this is do not disturb function on my phone, but I recently learned about downtime, which is another setting on your phone. With downtime, you can actually set like a certain, here, let me go on my phone. So if you go into your settings, I'm gonna search for downtime. It's in screen time right here at the top. This is how it looked when I was going at it the first time. Turned it on. You can do it every day or you can customize days. So maybe you want to do it during the weekdays, but you don't care about the weekends so much. I have it on for every day right now, and I set it from 8:45 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And what this does is between those hours, it will basically like block off apps on your phone so that you can't use them, or it reminds you like, hey, it's downtime. It'll give you the option to like ignore for 1 minute, ignore for 15 minutes, or ignore for the whole day. But it really helps me because it's an automatic thing that my phone already does. So if I am going to reach for my phone during those hours, it's kind of a reminder like, hey, slow down. You don't gotta look at this shit yet. So I've been loving that. And another thing that I love about it too is I don't lose my notifications. When I was turning on Do Not Disturb, I would have all of my notifications on my home screen when I would wake up and like look to see what time it was, or look to snooze my alarm, because I'm using my phone as my alarm right now, which I don't plan on doing forever. I don't want to do that forever because I just don't like it. Anyway, with downtime, between those hours, there's such limited notifications that you'll get on the actual home screen. The only ones that I remember seeing so far are just like if I've gotten text messages from people. But it also helps because even when you wake up, and even if you aren't going into apps in the morning, seeing all of the notifications that have piled up while you've been sleeping can be really overwhelming when you first wake up. It's just really helped. Noise canceling headphones, amazing for me. I'm not gonna really go into why I needed them. I'm just gonna say I needed them, okay? Like I mentioned earlier, like bringing awareness to certain patterns that you're exhibiting can really help a lot. I learned about the Enneagram, and it's another personality test like the Myers-Briggs. It's kind of like that, where it like categorizes personalities. It's the most accurate I find for myself, and I am a type of person that like likes to lean into these personality types and stuff like that. But with the Enneagram, it doesn't just give you like characteristics, but it's based on your behaviors and the patterns of your behaviors. It's really helped me understand myself in more of a objective type of view. I believe that would be the right way to phrase that. Learning more about my number type and the common behaviors that are exhibited in my number type really allowed me to bring a lot more awareness to like the unhealthy patterns that I'm demonstrating. Once I'm like aware that I'm doing that, then I'm much better equipped to redirect myself in a healthy direction. And that's also just really helped me a lot in terms of taking care of myself, instead of blaming myself for doing a certain thing again and going like, oh, why am I like this? It's helped me accept, okay, yeah, sure, you're like this, but like these are the things that you can do to get you out of that unhealthy pattern. These are your core motivations, but like what you do is not what you are, you know? I hope that's like kind of a good way to understand it. With bringing awareness to my own thoughts and my own negative behaviors, There have been a couple of times where there's just so much on my brain, so much chatter up here. Growing up, I never really wanted to journal because, I don't know, I was one of those people that thought it was like cheesy, and I was worried that if I had a journal laying around with all of my thoughts and feelings, someone would find it and read it and use it as blackmail, but that's so not the case. But those were just like bullshit excuses, and now I really do let myself like write it out. Also, if I have a lot of creative energy at night, like if I'm starting to get all of these ideas, I'm like, okay, I need to write it down on a piece of paper, put it to bed for the night so that I can go to bed for the night. And then since it's written down on the paper, it's not like those thoughts get lost, so then I could just pick this up at another time. That's really helped me a lot too with just falling asleep at night. Whew. I talked a lot. This was definitely a talky video. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. It's a weird thing this past year. And also to just know that like there's an anniversary to it. It's a weird concept, but I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all have learned more about yourselves, and I hope you all have been gentle with yourselves and giving yourself grace. But yeah, these are the things I've learned. These are the things I've been up to in terms of taking care of myself. They've helped keep me calm this past year. So just wanted to share this with you today. Maybe some of these things you will adopt too. If you've adopted anything that wasn't in this list, please let me know. I would love to hear. I love all of the new hobbies and things that people have been learning to do with this time that we've had. So thank you so much for listening today. I hope you all have a great day. Like and subscribe and all of the other things that YouTubers always say, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.